I'm going to argue that you cannot write off Penn State just quite yet. And that's coming from a Buckeyes fan like myself. Yeah, it's not ideal that they just lost to UCLA, who's arguably the worst team in the country. Not ideal at all. But there is a little context there, so let's discuss it. They come from taking Oregon, who is now the number 2 team in the country, to double overtime after a comeback to get there. And they had a chance to win it. They were in position to win it. It came down to a couple plays. And that is something that we just keep forgetting, and we're quick to forget it because the very next week they go to UCLA against a team who has nothing to lose, literally just fired their entire coaching staff, and they're just out there to play and have fun. And it's in a stadium that's a quarter of the way full. No one's there. You go from Penn State in a whiteout, top 5 matchup, to across the country to a different time zone playing a team that's just nothing to lose. Yes, a team like Penn State with that much experience and that many, like that high of expectations, should have been ready to play. And they should have come out there and just smacked them. But it just shows you that, like, any given Saturday, right? So now, that being said, there are still big games to be played. As a Buckeyes fan, I'm actually kind of nervous now because they've lost 2 games. And we saw Ohio State last year lose at the wrong time of the season against Michigan. Their hopes of a Big Ten title are crushed. They didn't beat Michigan once again, and yet they still won on one of the most historic runs in the college football playoff to win the national championship. Teams with nothing to lose, as we saw with UCLA, but with Penn State now with their backs against the wall, are dangerous. Every single game, a new side of focus, like everything changes when stuff like this happens. Now, if their coach can get them to rally, they have an elite defense, they have an elite running back, and if they can get the coaching staff to actually make the right decisions and their quarterback plays well, they're dangerous. I would not be surprised if they make a run at some stuff. And this year, college football, there's some really good teams. You're going to see a couple of 2-loss teams going into the playoff, maybe even a 3-loss team going into the playoff, because there are some elite football teams this year. Now, which Drew Aller will we see? Which quarterback, right? We've seen him make some bad mistakes in crunch time, in critical games, critical times. But I've also seen it, and I can't deny it, where he takes over games and he makes a lot of game-changing plays on the other side, right? So he's got that potential as well. So you never know. If he does play well, they're a dangerous team. So this, as much as it pains me to say, even as a Buckeyes fan, Penn State is very much still dangerous.